Namaste, and welcome to our continuing series with disciples and devotees. Today I'm very, very pleased to introduce to you Jai and Chichi, if I may say.
Yeah, namaste.
Jai is a therapist, and I must say that the work he's done on me has cleared up 20 years of pain in my arm. And I'm so grateful to him. Well, I have a lot of questions for you, so let me begin. Where is your native home?
I born nearby village called as Tirutani, but raised in Karnataka and Goa. Then I studied in Bangalore and other places. Was in Bangalore for some time, then after that started traveling around the globe, Asian and European countries. And after lockdown, again, I'm still exploring India, more of north and south. And Auroville being one of those places which kept me. I came here for 2 days, then I ended up being here for 3 months. Now it's continuing the same thing.
In fact, today I gave a lady your phone number. They were only 5 of them were there for the Om choir, but she was so interested when I spoke about you. So
Thank you.
How did you first hear about Auroville, Mother Sri Aurobindo?
That's a very interesting one, actually. So I came to Pondicherry for a meeting, and I came here for 3 days. So Chirag and Chirag's wife was in Auroville for 2 weeks. They were exploring Auroville for 2 weeks. And he was staying in Casa Luna, Genian and Roy place. And he suddenly called me up and he said, Jay, you just need to go and just, if you possible, just go and give a session to the person. And he never asked me like that. He never says, do this, do that. Most of the things are like scheduled properly. And when I came here, it was like tight-packed schedule. I just came here for 3 days. Yeah, came here for 3 days. Then I said, okay, fine, let me go and see the person. And the person had scoliosis problem, the spinal curvature problem. When I went, had a consultation, the thing went very well over there. Then I think after that, I was here for almost a month. I extended it for a month, canceled other things. And Auroville had pulled me it attracted me so much. I stayed back. We canceled all the trips, all the other plans, all the workshops, and I stayed back in the month of August for almost a month. Then I decided, okay, I'm going to come back. And in December, I was here for a month. Again, now it's March, almost March. So this is how I heard. Actually, he's the one responsible for me getting into Auroville, actually. I'm always grateful for him for that because never knew, but I heard about Auroville, but the magic, the things what I experienced in the place is something which we cannot put in words. Couple of experiences.
Have you read anything of Mother or Sri Aurobindo?
I read I started Savitri actually. Yeah. In the beginning, not completely. Aurobindo's autobiography. Yeah, I've gone through that. Yeah. I'm still processing.
And how many people have you treated in Auroville? Must be quite a few already.
I think around 60, 70 people now.
So many.
Yeah. We've been getting a lot of calls. We've been working with a lot of people with different ailments. So all this work, what we do is mainly on yoga-based therapy. So yeah.
Explain that a bit.
Yes. So when we talk about therapy or yoga-based therapy, so most of us, we think, okay, fine, therapy is something just related to physical thing. A physical ailment, when we talk about ailment, we usually take it as a physical problem or pain as an ailment. In yoga therapy, we usually focus on Panchakosha concept. Now, we human has 5 different layers, like Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. In English, physical, energy, mental, intellectual, and spiritual layer. So working only on the physical ailment is something working on the symptoms of the problem. Working on the roots is something working on the mind part of it.
How does this differ from homeopathic treatment?
Actually, not much difference. Yoga therapy is all about treating a person as a whole, not as the symptom of it. If we talk about, okay, we have a shoulder pain just doesn't come up like that. If you have a stress, you get a shoulder pain. If you have any physical injury or fall, you will get a shoulder pain. It comes with the different things. If you're not doing anything, but still you feel strain in the shoulder, it's just a symptom of psychological.
I would like to add a point over here.
Yes, please.
You asked the difference between the homeopathy and the yoga therapy treatment over here. Yoga is like working within, using your own energy.
Yeah, we don't
Using
use
that.
pills.
Yeah, in homeopathy, the same way, but we are using external support. Here we are using our own body and energy which is there, where there's a huge chemical factory inside where we can produce. So how you can trigger that? There are a lot of techniques. So using that, you help to balance the system. So with that, we can help.
So, no pills.
No. In yoga, we don't use.
Very interesting, yes.
It's something like our body has a ability to heal. For example, if you see in a nature, just take an example for dog. When the dog doesn't feel good, if his stomach gets upset, he doesn't go to any doctor. He just doesn't eat anything for a day, or just goes and eats some grasses. And again, if you see the way it sleeps, when it sleeps from the sleep, when it gets up, it gives a nice stretch to its back and wags its tail. That's how they realign their entire spinal column. But what we do when we get up, as we get up, we look at the phone or we look at something, we don't give the time to ground ourselves or settle down and try to let go the things. That's why over the period of time, we lost the touch, the inner healer. We all are healers. Yoga therapy is not something we healing a person. If you have issue, you are the one who is healing yourself. Where some stuck energy, we're just trying to release it. That's all. We're just supporting it.
We're trying to help you to align it.
Align it and support it. We all are healer for ourselves. It's not something I'm healing you. It's something you healing yourself. We're just supporting you during the process.
So when you worked on me,
Yes.
which was at times quite painful,
Yes.
what were you doing actually?
Yes. So all these things in our body, we usually keep a lot of emotions and stress without our awareness over the period of time. We usually work on the more of sympathetic parasympathetic nervous system. Very simple example. Whenever we get stress, our shoulders becomes tight like this, or we focus, we just tighten this. Our body becomes tight. That's how the response is actually. Over the period of time, your mind is able to relax. Okay, fine, you just let go that, you move on. But there is a muscle memory in your body which stays with that. It's just piled up over the period of time, keep getting stress, keep tightening. And if you see now also, 99% of the people, if you touch them here, it's all painful.
Yes, very true.
Yes, right? So we're able to let go a couple of things from the mind. We not let go things from the body. What we hold in the mind, we hold in the body. What we let go from the mind, we let go from the body is also. That's why we always say letting go is not that easy. Right?
Very true.
So when we're not able to let go that emotional thing which disturbed us, we are not letting go the pain which is disturbing us also. We have that kind of attachment with that. Right? So even if you're feeling pain, trying to work on it, we've gone completely. But still we look, where is that pain? You had that pain. We try to recall that. Right? We are not able to accept, okay, fine, there is not more. Just let it go.
It's a very interesting statement you make, because Mother has often said to her disciples, I take something away from you and then you want to get it back.
Yes. Yes, that's how actually. That's what it is. So usually this happens when we experience this a lot actually. We've been working quite extensively, we do conferences, we do festivals, we do a lot of...
Can you tell me where you work, in what areas of the world?
We have covered almost all the Asian countries and European countries. We associated with a number of different organizations where they invite us for the therapies, for the workshops, for the retreats. We've been very active. Since lockdown, we also want to take a small break from the things. So almost Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Bali. In Indonesia, we covered whole Indonesia. and Hong Kong, then in Germany, France, and Belgium we did last time, like before the lockdown. And we'll be going to Netherlands soon, and we have an invitation. We've been getting invitation, so we just need to see when the border opens. We're just waiting for it. We did a couple of festivals in Asian countries, and we did one of the biggest conference, Asian Yoga Therapy Conference. We are the organizer for that, and we did it in Bali last time. So where we invited people from almost 40 different countries for the speech, for different sessions, for workshops.
Wonderful.
Yes.
You once told me that you were supporting some 20 children.
Yes.
Could you talk about that a little bit and give us some extensive understanding of why you are doing this and what you are doing?
Yes. So my childhood was not that easy. I had a bit tough childhood actually. So if we talk about hunger, when we think hunger is the biggest disease than anything else in the world. Example, we have a pain, take it like we have a low back pain. Meanwhile, we have a hunger. When it's extreme hunger, the hunger is the first thing which we think about, not the back pain. Right? So this is an experiential, this is something which I felt when I was very young. And the studies is something we had a very tough time during our schooling and all. In that time I always wanted to support the kids who are less fortunate in their education or in feeding and all. There's something which we're not using we don't have any NGO, we don't have anything. There's something, you've been always a great support for all the things, whatever things I say. So whatever we make, whatever charges we do, in that 30% goes for the support, irrespective of any amount. We don't touch it. That just goes for the support of the kids. Or there, what we do, usually we pick up the kid, almost 80% of the kids are orphan kids.
Orphans?
Yeah, completely orphan kids. So we've been supporting them for their education and for their food. And we promise that till they finish their graduation, we'll be supporting them. And our oldest kid is like 18 years old. First girl I picked up, first kid, the girl kid. And right now she's around 18 years. And she wants to be a doctor. So one of the reasons why I really want to push and working hard is sometimes it gives so much of joy and happiness to see the happiness in their faces. And that is something which we still crave for. And yes, this is something we've been doing it for almost now 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how the funding comes in?
We've been conducting the programs and workshops, so that's how we've been collecting funding. So far, we haven't put a word like we are collecting specially for the orphan kids or something like that. Whatever we are earning through that only we are doing the funding for now.
We always want education, and education is so important. We usually say we're getting the knowledge where there's a wisdom-based education is, the importance of it is so important for us in this era. We always thought how much money to make. Over the period of time, we lost the touch of how much happiness you should have at the end of the day. So here we're trying to talk to the kids. We're saying, okay, at the end of the day, it's all about how happy you are. It's not how much money we have. Happiness is more of subjective, not an objective thing. So this is what we're trying. We have a lot of beautiful souls around us who've been talking to our kids, supporting us mentally during the lockdown. And it's all like whatever we earn, we're trying to do it for them. There's nothing like we never raise any fund for touchwood, God's grace, everything. It's not something what we're doing again. We just started it. And somehow it has been happening from 12 years without any disturbance or nothing.
Do you have a trust fund?
No, we haven't started any trust fund currently, but in future maybe based on how the activities goes, we might.
Mm-hmm.
We just wanted to do it by ourselves, actually. Very less people also know about this. We never pushed it in any media or nothing, actually. Very close circle know about this stuff. Yeah.
But if it expands,
Yes,
it will be
yes.
very helpful to the
Yes,
future.
yes, yes. We have a thought of bringing the old age and orphanage together.
Oh,
That is
wonderful.
where there's a whole age, we know what all things go happening around, and we also know what's happening in the orphanage. In future, this is what we had a way long back plan to bring these things together, where the kids gets the warmth of family, where the old age people, they get the warmth of the kids around them. So hopefully, yes, this is what.
You must have a website. May I ask about that?
Yeah. So we have a website. It's called consult.yoga. And also we have a website called Mind Body Shala. Therapy, especially the courses and the workshops based on what we have developed, especially Jay's understanding of the body and each person's, based on that we have developed it. So over there it is mostly focused on the ailments and one-to-one sessions, events, organizing, and also naturopathy, Ayurveda, and homeopathy. So we're trying to bring the holistic perspective in that. So if people are interested, they can check consult.yoga and Mind Body Shala. You can get more information over that. We haven't published many things inside that. So we have kept it only specific, to show that we exist. So that's what we are doing.
We
right
never
now.
did any marketing till now.
I see.
We never did any marketing, or not even in media, or not nothing. It's most of things are like word of mouth, because we believe in yoga therapy. So when we talk about yoga therapy again, it's not something is given. For example, we usually see when we see YouTube, or we see when it comes to therapy, yoga for back pain, there's set of practice. There's set of practice, but when it comes to yoga therapy, we don't focus only on the back pain. We usually try to see the root of it, why it started, not on the symptom of it. Working on the symptom of it is something, we have a tree, watering it on the leaves, not on the roots.
Ah, interesting.
Right? So he has back pain, even I have back pain. 60% of the practices go similar, because two limbs, same number of vertebrae, same hips, thighs, something like that. But rest 40 has to be designed on an individual base. His emotions are different, my emotions are different. His mind state is different, my mind state is different. His formation of physical body is different, my formation of physical body is different. And so what we try is, over the period of time, you should not be dependent on anyone to heal yourself. There's not to heal you. We are all the healers. Now we try to trigger that healing ability. We just try to trigger those healing ability in an individual.
I would rather say that we just identify and tell you this is where your blockage
You have
is.
to work. That's it. Yes.
And identifying is what his work and our work is about. And once you identify it, we just ask you, just change it, everything will be set. So there's a blockage, I will show the blockage, so just remove it, then the flow is there.
And do you do any of the therapy yourself?
Myself. Yeah, I would say he was my teacher.
Uh-huh.
We studied both in the same university.
Ah.
So we completed a master's in yoga and therapy.
Oh, you did, both of you.
Mine is graduation in yoga and therapy. Then I did masters in yoga and therapy. And after that, suddenly we realized, what is this paper is all about? We don't become a master of yoga just by doing a master's in yoga. It's all about practice. We keep collecting the information. How much we implement in our daily routine is what matters the most. So after that, we just left it. So now we're still thinking, because we want to do a research, because we always been doing a research on multiple fields. We want to do research on a couple of things, because right now everything is research based. People look for that research, right? Everything has a beautiful science behind why we do particular thing. So we want to publish a couple of people. We really want to do some researches on yoga.
Have you
therapy.
done any publications as yet?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, as a part of our education, we have done, myself and him, so I have done in pranayama especially, and he has done in his
back pain and yoga therapy, a complete based on spinal column. Spine is the base for all the human, or for all of us, right? So there are n number of issues which goes unnoticed because mind is so powerful, it just drags the body over the period of time. So we store a lot of things at the back. So that was my master's thesis. And I did a couple more after that because more of curiosity. How I got into the field itself, that is also very... In my 9th grade, I fell in a downhill skating when I was doing a skating in a downhill. And I broke my back. And I was struggling with it for a long time, you know. And my cousin brother suggested me to just go and give a try to yoga. I went for a month, then it's all started from there.
Oh. So it's all experiential.
It's experiential. More of experiential, yes.
But it does seem to me that you have a great capacity for understanding other people's bodies also.
I would say it's God's gift.
I would agree. I would agree, yes.
So we've been working, and though like we have graduated, but my alignment towards is like more of managing and organizing things. Mm-hmm. So, and his alignment is like towards like how we can help. So we support each other, and that's how we've been working.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about some of the treatments you have done in Auroville?
We worked on scoliosis. We worked on many things actually. We worked on hip replacement. The person was not able to walk. We worked on a person with hip alignment, shoulder injury, back, then cervical problems, knee problems. We worked on a lot of things actually.
In Auroville?
Yeah, in Auroville. Yes, in Auroville.
Wow.
We meet minimum 4 to 5 people in a day from all age groups. Not only related to physical ailment, there are a couple of things. We do counseling. So we also work on a counseling part of yoga counseling. So we keep meeting 4 5 people. He knows much better because the thing, I don't get into scheduling. I don't get into business part of it. I don't get it. I don't want to get into. He is very good. I can see he manages whole stuff.
So far we've been treating. It's not just people with just a physical ailment, but also people with mental ailment, because the mental is the one which causes the physical issue later, the chronic way we can say it. So we've been working, and we cannot specify like this particular ailment is because of that. Like people have back issue, then they have something else, mental and everything. So we work on the whole body together.
The holistic approach.
In a holistic approach. So that's what we've been doing. And whoever comes to us, whoever talks to us, like, and if they need really help, then we just like ask them like, okay, fine, we'll see if it's possible. We'll schedule and we can work it out. So that's how like we just meet people and they share a little bit about it. And if people come to know about us, like how it has been helping for others, then they tell, and we tell them that it's not just like we're going to teach you asanas or something. It's like we're going to work in the whole body and mind together. So as he said, like around 50 to 60 people have been treated.
Where are you going after this?
I'm supposed to go to Germany actually, so which keep postponing it. I was supposed to leave here on Jan end. Now we're already February end, so I don't know. Auroville has such a beautiful energy in and around. I love the people in and around. So much to learn from everyone. And your Omkar is something which I always look up every week. We both are like, okay, Tuesday, yes, today's Tuesday. We look up for, because it opened up in us so many things. Over the period of time, like we think we understood something. It's like a spiral. We understood something, we think, okay, fine, that's how it is. In certain situations, we can go back to the same thing and realize, oh, this can be like this also. The whole perception changes there. So, yes, you.
But as Aurobindo's integral yoga, what he mentions about like the 4 parts, I mean, that's what I have heard. The same way we treat, a similar kind of a treatment happens. because we have to work on the mind, their emotions, and also we need to create that the service bhava. I mean, I would say where they should feel that it's the body can be treated while you give also. It's not when we accumulate it, there's a blockage. When we give, that's a different way. So I mean, we are able to connect with the philosophy, I can say, over here and everywhere. The underlying one philosophy where it comes in all kinds of religion and all kinds of streams, it reaches the same ocean. So,
do you think you will both come back to Auroville at any time?
Now we are really planning, actually. We're really thinking about doing something over here because we love the place so much. What all Aurovillians created is such a beautiful thing, which cannot be put in words, actually. It's more of an experiential thing. And yes, we are still planning for a couple of things. We need to see how things goes because we have a lot of commitments, which we did in a lot of countries, and been mentoring a lot of therapists around the globe, been mentoring a lot of people. So we're figuring out.
But I would say I will make sure he's back. Yeah. And
Now,
let's see.
now we have people from a couple of different countries. They're coming for treatment here because it's always like that. Whichever place we are there,
And they come to you?
they come there for a week, 10 days for particular issues and particular. They stay in and around. They start getting. We treat. We design the course for them and practice for them. So we're getting around how many now? 15?
16 people.
15, 16 people.
50 or 15?
15 people.
15.
Yeah, this is for.
Coming from different places.
This is all from different places. This is only for. This is till March 15, and after that we have other slot. So we have keep getting people. We're really looking forward how we can fit, how we can work here. And yeah, he is doing some research on all those stuff, I guess.
Because I've been here like almost 2 weeks to understand like what we can and how we can get connected over here and do.
Could you tell me a little bit more about the mentoring?
Mentoring.
Yoga teachers?
Yes.
Yes. So here we been one of those therapists who've been in this now. It's been around 15 years in the field. And we've been doing therapy from almost for 15 years now. And we have a lot of students who look up to work on a couple of issues in a base of yoga. So they contact us, they ask how we sit, we discuss, okay, these are the issues. Try to design this practice, go with this practice. We've been working on oncology, neurology, asthma, BP, diabetes.
I'll just add on over here that we're also planning to organize, which is like an online way that all the yoga therapists and who are into yoga, we want them to come and share their therapy and how it has been helping them. So everybody understands how it can be worked in a different way. So that's one of the projects which we want to do.
We are working on it.
Excellent.
Yes.
So we also have like, because it's online, so we have all around the world like yoga therapists. We are associated with the Asian Yoga Therapy Association. And with like the huge community, now we are planning, even with the doctors also, who are part of this yoga therapy program. So they also understand like how yoga is working, because they can also later tell whoever participants or patient come to them that it is possible.
Certain problems, like a friend of mine just had 2 hips replaced.
Yes.
Is there a point when you have to replace it and you cannot heal it by yoga therapy?
There are a lot of practices. Right now we're working with 2 people who has both hip replacement. Mainly working on the balancing part of it, working on different abilities, how much hip can move around. More than all these things, how much we're able to accept the changes in the body.
Mm-hmm. And if you ask me, it is possible or not, it
It's
again
completely
depends
on the person.
Yeah, it depends on the person and the degree of where they are right now.
Okay.
Like for example, if
So if you can't walk right now, because then you need a replacement. Possibly.
Each individual will have a different
Response.
to the body and how they are. Because if your body is able to accept it and if your body is able to regenerate it, it is possible. So we cannot just say that, it is completely possible, or we cannot say it's not possible. We can work.
We need to see the person. We need to see. It's all about that particular individual. How much they want to get back on that feet.
For example, even in the field of spirituality, it depends on the intensity of the person to go there, right?
Absolutely.
The same way
It's here also.
Intensity of how much he wants to do it.
Yeah.
How much they're dedicated, how much they want to get back into the normal.
But yeah, we have seen, of course, so far, the people who we've been treating in Auroville, they have seen the changes that they're able to completely come out of that pain and the issues. Probably, I guess, if you have a time, maybe you can interview a couple of people who have got treated so you can get more understanding how it worked with them.
Yes, it's a very good idea. You can give me their names.
Yes.
What else would you like to cover today in your therapy? How would you invite people to come, for example, when they have problems? You have phone numbers?
Oh, yes. So
those phone numbers?
he is the one who is organizing, because we have company data. They had to fill up a couple of forms before getting into treatment.
So I would say that they can just go check www.consult.yoga, and you have the phone number over there, even email ID, and plus the form over there. So you can just fill in and you can let us know. And if you have any questions, you can just put in the contact form and we'll be able to help you.
And they can tell you their problem to you?
Yes.
On that form?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Wonderful.
And we really thank you for inviting us for this wonderful show you've been doing for long. And of course, it helps others also and us also.
Oh, it's an honor to be here. So we've been watching you doing home care. When we get to know personally, it's such a beautiful thing what you've been doing in and around Auroville over the period of time. It inspires us actually. As an youngsters, we always look up on you. The way when you stand, when you teach, when the things what we experienced in home care is something very different.
And I guess apart from home care, we've been doing other activities which we haven't involved. Probably if you're doing any other programs, we would love to.
We love to.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.